back in middle school, a friend cheated on me, but it's not in the way you think. Hey, what's up? I'm Gotten and I'll be your host here. Context. We were in middle school and he was a cool kid, while I was a weirdo, an outcast, a pariah, and I still am. This guy was acclaimed pretty much every day. Girls liked him, other boys will respect him, while I was just kind of a clown, an oddity, and I'm pretty sure you're one too. Back in the days, I drew a lot. And to be honest, I've always been drawing something since I'm like 4 years old. While he wasn't really into drawing, he would always show appreciation and respect for the efforts I would put in my art. And it was very much welcome. I needed that recognition. I craved for recognition and I needed to compensate the recognition I didn't receive at home with something else. Back then, I didn't notice anything suspicious in his behavior, and I said noticed because actually a lot happened behind my back and in front of me, but that's not the topic here, so let's move on. For some more relevant context, I was back then drawing over the course of multiple days, maybe weeks, over multiple sheets of paper, an isometric stylized city. I placed every building by hand, one by one, and when a sheet was filled, I would tape another one next to it. At the end, I had like a square of 3 by 3 A4 paper or something like that. And during a recession, I pulled that drawing out to show some of my friends, and that one friend asked if it was okay if he borrowed the whole taped sheets to add his own buildings, and oh boy, I have been kind enough to accept, because I didn't see or smell any suspicious behaviors or activities from behind the truck, if that makes any sense. Later that day, or maybe the day after, he gave it back to me and I had it in my hands. We were in, I don't know, maybe the recession ground somewhere inside the mid school. And I opened it. Finally, I got to see what he did. And I could have never ever know about it, what he did or said to people while he detained my drawing, if it wasn't for that girl. So when I unfolded the sheets of paper, she was nearby. I didn't know her, and you know, sometimes we would chat on MSN. Well, if you don't know MSN, enjoy your childhood. So we were acquaintance, and she said,
"Oh, that's Richard Bernard's drawing."
Yeah, I had to come up with the name. And so I said, "How's that his drawing? It's mine, I did it." We looked at each other's like marble statues or dull scarecrows. And shit, man, that day I've realized I've been fooled, and that girl, she was someone I did appreciate, and I kinda had a crush on her, so he was using my product to flex in front of people. I thought, shit man, he is always being acclaimed. Why does he need to flex even more? How come a cool kid can be such a son of a bitch? Damn, in front of my crush. Back then, I didn't even wanted to confront him because I was scared. I was scared that he would, I don't know, kickstart rumors about me, or as some people say in French, create a void around me. And that day I understood there are some people who are in the light, and they're in the light because they're cool or kind or talented or even, I don't know, beautiful. This type of people, they're in the light and they will do everything to bring you with them. Whereas some people are in the light because everyone around them lies in the shadows. It's easy to be the tallest if you cut everyone's legs. But at the end of the night, even if he steals my art, I still remain the one who can prove my deed. To this day, the story kinda reminds me the story behind the movie Big Eyes, which is about Margaret Keaton. Margaret Keane and her husband, who basically was kind of a psychopath. And he stole the credit for Margaret's art for decades, and it ended up with the trial. And the judge, who was kind of a smartass, he said, well then, both of you make a painting and we see who's the master, we see who's the hands behind the paintings. And so for 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe 4, I don't remember, they sat in front of each other's, and while the lady was painting, he was just doing nothing. He was a scam. But you know what? If by any chances you, my friend Richard Bernard, come across this video, man. Anyway, if by any chances this person was watching this video, which I doubt, I would say, look, it's okay. That's how things were. We were kids and that's how we learn. We gotta grow up. It's hard to become an adult without going through bullshit phases, and people change. But looking back from here, sometime I think maybe a good punch under his chin would have done him some good. You love stories? I love stories.
Grand Theft Auto.
Who doesn't love a good story? You know what you might want to check? My video on why I'm not scared about AI.